So returning, our top four returners actually from last year were all freshmen. Madison Labrie from Scenic, Alice Riley from Belmont, Leah Dukavich from White Mountains, and Isabella Marmondo from Conant, all under 21 minutes last year and all freshmen. And then following them are Joelle Lafrini from Monadnock, Samantha Bilodeau from Messinic, Molly Schilling from Newfound, Delia Cormier from Laconia, Olivia Krause from Bow, and Caitlin Callanan from Campbell. So it's kind of surprising to see four freshmen as being the top returners from last year. So they're obviously sophomores this year. And it looks like
Monadnock.
Yeah, Monadnock was the defending champion. They're champions last year, and they look to be in a pretty decent spot to repeat this year.
Yeah, Monadnock should be, the favorites. And then Campbell, Kearsarge, Hopkinton, they'll be right in the, the hunt probably for second place. But you never know. We've seen surprises today already.
Yep.
And that wouldn't be that big a surprise.
I think it might be safe to say, though, at the Division III level, it's less common because just of the size of your school, being able to field a quality 7-person team is not as easy to do as a Division II or a Division I team is able to.
Right. Sometimes they've even gone to 8th graders, right, to fill the fields.
Yes. There was a runner from Moultonborough that I remember from half a dozen or so years ago who ran as a 7th grader too, I think,
All right,
on their high school team.
And Kathy O'Brien, or Kathy Shero, she's the only one to ever win 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade.
5 wins. Yeah. Yeah, so Moultonborough brings back an 8th grader from last year, Erin Hurley. So it's tough with only, like that Bonnie team that was able to win that year is just remarkable given the size of their school.
Right. And Scott
To find 5 runners in a school of less than 100.
Yeah, and Scott Clark seems to find them. He's got a good eye for it.
And now he is coaching at Belmont now?
Yep, he's with Belmont. And Scott's definitely one of the most competitive runners that I've ever run against. Anybody that can get up at 4:30, 5 o'clock every day and get a 10-mile run, and it's pretty tough.
Yeah, and then milk his goats.
Yep, milk his goats and does whatever else he does. He's he's a machine.
And I don't know if you've been out on the course recently, but how are the conditions? Is it pretty sloppy because we've had a couple of days of rain, or does the course drain pretty well?
Yeah, I didn't get out there, but I imagine it's in pretty good shape. The parts on the hill, will run off nicely. I mean, we did get quite a bit of rain, and it's, the grass is a little bit wet, but you know what? I'll take the trade-off any day of the week over hot and humid.
Yeah.
I think most runners today, there's no wind like there was the last few days, so it's
Right.
actually a perfect day to run.
And I have memories from back when I was in high school of that stretch to the dog pound being basically mud up to your ankles. But I think they've done a great job in fixing, the drainage, making it a much more equal course for both the first race of the day and the last race of the day. Because typically, back in the day, the teams that ran first had the best conditions, and the teams running in that 5th and 6th race had a much sloppier course. But I think that doesn't tend to be the case anymore.
Right. What you got to put in perspective also is you're basically coming here as a race, and if you start comparing race times and race conditions from race to race, Sometimes it's like you just pointed out, it's not always fair to do that. I know last year in the Division II boys race, Oyster River tactic was to slow it down. So of course you're going to have slower times overall. But the bottom line is you're here, you're racing for your team. If your team's a contender, you've got to do everything in behalf of your team. So the way I look at it is, I'm running the same course at that same time as the rest of the boys or girls that I'm contending with. I can't worry about what happened in the other races, and so I have to, attack the task at hand that's going on now.
How do those team tactics affect the the outcome of the race? As you said, the Oyster River tactic was to slow things down last year. Are there ways that other teams can use that to their advantage?
Yeah, sometimes it works. It doesn't always work, but sometimes it can work if you can slow everybody down and have it come down to a kicker's race, or if you feel that you have kids that can run the last half mile faster, to take that type of tactic. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, I know. Some years we've had some days that were, I know the year I ran, it was close to 80 that day in the afternoon when we ran, and it was just, you're used to it because you've just gone through the summer, but it's still a warm day is a warm day.
Yeah.
I would much rather run on a day like today.
Yeah, any race in 80 degrees is not going to be ideal conditions, whether it's cross country or even in the track, being in 90-degree weather, 80-degree weather.
But definitely we missed out on the wind, which for the last couple of days was just blowing a gale, and that's no fun. Yeah, that's a good thing because you don't want to be caught looking back. If you look back, you're just telling the person behind you, "Uh-oh, they're in panic mode," and it just feeds the other person. She's got a comfortable lead. She's not gonna.
It's that positive thinking that you were talking about.
Yep.
Gotta show that you're still in the lead. So our Division III girls winner will be Alice Riley from Belmont in 1957.
Yeah, just as Mike Smith predicted it in his preview.
And following her in second place.
Nice job!
Let's see.
Upset there from the Maltboro runner. Second scenic runner. Here's Monadnock's number 3 runner. Phoenix third runner coming in. Monadnock and the Scenic.
Nice!
A couple of bow runners. Looking for the remainder of the Scenic and Monadnock runners to come in.
Campbell's running strong too. Campbell. Hopkinton's got a few in too.
Yep.
Is this working? Is this working?
I don't know. I have no idea who's in the lead at this point. They seem to be very well balanced. No clear. Monadnock's got all five, the top five in there. I think Campbell's had at least five come through.
There's another girl from Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it came down to.
Campbell and Monadnock. I haven't seen Messinik's fifth runner yet. So this could be another instance where that fifth runner
All right.
just isn't able to seal the deal.
Here's Messinik and Campbell.
Yep, another Campbell. I think that's Messinik's. A little bit more mold as the day goes on. There's less. Schoolmate, you don't see much of the year.
No. Fall Mountain. Here comes 3 Fall Mountain girls. And there's the 4th Fall Mountain. So
Yeah.
safety in numbers.
Yes, that's right.
And it,
What school that is, but there's another 4 of them all running together.
Prospect Mountain, I think. Well, White Mountain. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Clear Lakes, Mullinborough Academy. Messinik's number 6.